Hey, Crafty. Long time no see. Haven't seen you in a few days. How has your days been? How's your streaming been? You got any clips up yet? Guess we'll find out. Doing something a little bit different today. I'm going to climb on 2 separate files at the same time. Well, not at the exact same time. I finish one set and move to the other. So if one dies, I can immediately jump to the other damn file. Yeah! I want to try something a little bit different. Turn this down. There we go. Hey, how's it going? Everybody can hear me, right? I hope everybody can hear me. Hey, Mr. Kitsune, I know you're in the chat, and hi. How's it going? I recognize your name. I always recognize your name. Hope your day's going good. And if you celebrate Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. If not, happy holidays anyway. Let's say that one. Incorporate everybody. Hello. Where the antelope roam.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Yes. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving indeed, yes. How's it going, Y2A? You got any clips up yet or no? Or are they still all deleted? I'm doing something a bit bizarre today. I'm going to be alternating files all the way up. Because yesterday I got DC'd and it's such a pain in the butt. So I'm going to just go up with 2 files. 1 Reaper, 1 Dragoon. Oh, they're on a YouTube channel. Okay. My ears are still being blasted. I guess I could just turn my headset down. Yeah, yesterday I was almost at floor 50 again. DC. I think that was on me. I should not be plugged into some stupid Wi-Fi pod. I should be like plugged into the Wi-Fi period. I wonder why dead gobbies would be carrying backpacks, you know? But those watching on all 3 platforms, because I'm streaming on all 3, getting blown up in the face. But happy holidays to everybody, and I hope everybody is safe. Really? Well, I killed it as I turned into a frog. That's awesome. Ribbit! Hello, ribbits! You know what? It's not a Palace of the Dead run without a frog. I'm sorry, it's not. And then you got Heavens on High. The otter's just as cute. I can't say I'm that fond of the fairy and Pilgrim's Traverse, but the frog and the otter. It is not a run without either one. What are you in the... Is it a Gale Cat in Eureka? I think it's a Gale Cat. That one was kind of boring too. I like the froggy. Ain't gonna lie. The froggy especially. Just make a race of froggies and give them a reaper. We're good. Give them a reaper scythe. And I am still working on my Necromancer title, but I'm also doing other things too. Like, I want to clear on all combat classes, so yay. Bore myself to death. Eh. I love deep dungeons. I love them. In a masochist type way. It's like, you know, sometimes me and my husband will occasionally play together. And trust me, he hits every freaking trap in here. It's like he does it on purpose. Because it's like, please hug the walls. He's like, no. And I'm like, oh god. Alright, I gotta see what the baby's crying about. And I hope to god I don't die. She's gonna be my first death. She's crying. It's really hard to do stuff when... What's the matter? Okay, let me hide. I gotta take care of her real quick. I'm gonna hide. Hope to god I live. Oh my god, yes. And they have the worst timing. Especially in places like this. And my husband's just as bad, because he's like, I need this, I need this. Oh, I'm coming home with groceries now. I'm like, oh, Lord. If I was in a group, it wouldn't be a problem, but because I'm still trying for solo titles and solo achievements and stuff like that, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what she was doing, but you guys just heard her. She was like screaming in the background, and I'm like, oh my god. What'd you do now? It's part of the reason I don't raid anymore. When she needs constant attention, I can't dedicate that kind of time to nobody. At least with a deep dungeon, I can kind of just park myself and hope I live, and nobody will get mad but me for dying, you know? I know. I do Uber and Lyft, so that's my full-time gig. She's level 3 autistic, nonverbal, and considered feral, so she can't ever go out. She's wild. She's wild. Nobody knows how to deal with her. We put a tent up for her, though. She's got a tent in the house. And that's her little personal space. She does not like it when the cat tries to climb in with her. Oh, dear. It's like World War III just happened in the house. You know, the Reaper's fun to start with. Dragoon, not so much. Not her. And she does not like dogs like her mommy. She's always been scared of dogs. Ever since she was little. I guess because they're so hyper and they like to jump and that scares her real bad. Oh yeah, I have a picture up on TikTok with the cat taking over. It's like all her toys are in the tent. He's sleeping on the mattress, and I'm looking at her like, "Isn't that your bed?" And she's like, "Eh." You know how cats are. They have their own mind. As far as the cat's concerned, I built him the biggest cat house ever. Can't mistake that landmine. Haha. Yeah. When I was still in the army, I had my dogs. I got one right after boot camp when I got stationed in Germany. Bought him from a German local. Best daggum dog I ever had. Unfortunately, by the time I got out of the army, 8 years later, he is just old. He made it to 13, then he had a stroke. Okay, she calmed down now. I swear, chocolate milk is a lifesaver for kids like her. She's like, chocolate milk? Okay, she's no longer crying. You know, you're like the first active person on YouTube to ever hold a conversation while I stream. Like, I stream almost all the time, and I never get anybody on YouTube really say anything, other than I'm stupid, but, you know, I block those people. I'm cool. I know, they don't last nearly long enough. 8 to 13 years total. It's kind of depressing. They give you all the love in the world, and yeah, their time on Earth is very short. And people don't treat them right. They should. Are you in a better mood now, little girl? I hit the wrong button. Oops, my bad. Oh, that's fine. I never ask anybody for money. If they got it, they got it. They don't, they don't. You know, I'd rather them just enjoy. Biggest thing I need is just subscribers, man. That's the hardest thing to get, but it'll come. I'm not the type that I want quick subscribers. I want, you know, kind of quality with the quantity, you know? You build too fast and you kind of got a bunch of trolls to mess with. You just give me a whole, like, thing of icing, chocolate ice cream, you know, and I'm game. I'm game. I'm good. Just in case those that missed it, I am switching between both files at the same time so that if I DC again, I can immediately continue. So, hopping out, switching to Dragoon, and yeah. We're gonna see which one makes it to the top, if any of them. If none of them make it, I'm just gonna cry. And do it again. Because I'm sadistic that way. Yeah, I told somebody that it's better to just build and get the kind of people that relate to you kind of thing versus just building fast. It doesn't make any sense. It does, but it doesn't. Florwin. Okay, Dragoon time. But yeah. I think I like the Reaper much better in here. Like, Dragoon doesn't even get anything interesting until, like, level 50. That's why I don't know why anybody would want to play as a Lancer and never evolve, you know, because it's like, Never having an AoE ability is like, nope. Fanbase that real allows for community. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, totally agree with that. before life took off with things. It's calling me. Yeah. So you like Dragoon then? The floor tank? I know they call it floor tank. Why do they call it floor tank? I know that's their nickname. Why do they do that? I think they're a little squishy, but... Okay, so there used to be 3 deep dungeons, there's now 4. So they're basically kind of like mini instances inside of the main game, kind of like your raids, but these are 4 dungeons that are specific. It starts at floor 1 and climbs either to floor 200 for Palace of the Dead and then 100 for the other 3. You can do it in a fixed group, match group, or solo, like I'm doing, and you basically start at the bottom and try to climb as far as you can go. For Palace of the Dead, if you die, you can only get to floor 100. If you don't die, you can go all the way with a fixed group or solo. So what I am trying to do is get my solo titles, which I don't have at all. It's that hard. And I'm also trying to go for an unofficial title called Omni Challenge, which is where I clear all 4 deep dungeons on all combat classes, and there you go. I was a big fan personally. I, for one, always enjoyed them in other FF games, but I also like the Bruiser-esque qualities I was able to solo. It was useful. Yeah, I do a lot of solo stuff. It's mostly because I'm not a big party person. Mostly because everybody that tells me in Final Fantasy XIV, everybody's nice and sweet, I must never find those people, because I swear to goodness, every time my daughter leaves the group or my husband, I get the trolls. I get the people that are so freaking toxic that I might as well just stuck with World of Warcraft and been done with it. I mean, sometimes I'll find other people like you and I can just partner up with them for roulettes, but I'm so burnt out on roulettes for doing it 2 years straight that I've got 6 combat classes left to get to 100 and I can't seem to get them there because I don't want to do roulettes. I did it 1 day in the last 6 months. It's just, yeah, no. I'm burnt out. I could just go do PvP and just do front lines every day, but I don't know. Deep dungeons, I don't know. I like deep dungeons. So, but as far as the solo achievements, if I die, I have to start completely over. If I DC, it's considered dying, so I have to start completely over. You can take breaks between sets. So a set is every 10 floors. You kill the boss floor, or the set boss, and you can take a break. But once you start it, you have to finish it. At least that set. So yesterday I DC'd, so I had to start over. So that's why I'm alternating between files, because that way I can just keep going. And I gotta clear on all combat classes anyway, so turns are given or climbing together. And I'm also doing limited HUD stuff because I'm bored. So I basically turn everything off and just play. On my other character, when she's in dungeons, the HUD is completely off. I have fun. Yeah, they can keep the serious. Like I said, if I want serious, I can go back to Mythic raiding in World of Warcraft and hate myself in the process. Nope, I'm done with that. If I do go back to World of Warcraft, it's going to be classic. I just don't want to do the raiding. I might be slightly autistic a little bit. I mean, the kids get it from somewhere, but once I get focused on something, I hone in on it until I do it. Oh yeah, now that I started doing this, especially during... I can't watch streamers hardly at all anymore because it's like, there's too much clutter on their map. Put it to the side, something, but how do you see what's in front of you if you've got everything cluttering up the map? Honestly, I don't even want my avatar in the chat box up, but people want to see what people are reading and talking, so I have that out, at least. You know, and honestly, back in the day when games were first a thing, you had to memorize your controller sets anyway when we were still doing controllers. So we just kind of looked at our fingers until we memorized what buttons do what, and then you weren't looking no more. It's the same concept with limited to no HUD. In Deep Dungeons, I kind of need it limited because I need my pomanders, but I can turn it off for the boss. Well, to be fair, I miss chat if I don't have it up. At least I get to see it and it stays there. I'm using Caster Labs. Now, like, I've got a separate little thing on my Streamlabs where it shows who joins, but I have that turned off so you guys don't know who's joining. So they can continue doing their, what do they call it, lurking? I know you're there. I know they're there, but I'm not going to call them out. So... no, people are too reliant on it. If you already know what you're going to push, you can plan ahead. Memorize the cooldowns. Plus, it opens up your other senses too. Like, you can start hearing things that you normally wouldn't hear because you're taking away the visual. It's the same thing with blind people. You take away the visual, then their other senses are heightened. I went out and did Uber and Lyft a little bit. I was only getting $5 rides all day, so I told my husband, why don't you go out and do Walmart Sparks? I bet you'll make way more money than me today. Normally it's the opposite. I make more than him. But because of Thanksgiving tomorrow, he's probably going to make a lot more than me today. Like, I didn't know some of the Dragoon Lancer cooldowns are almost 2-minute cooldowns. They're pretty big. The Dragonfire dive, that one's like a 2-minute cooldown, so it's pretty big. Same thing with Arm's Length. That one's a big cooldown too. But considering how squishy the Lancer and the Dragoon are in here, I don't do like massive pulls with her. Not like I would on one of my tanks. My tanks can pull like no other. Man, I am so sleepy, but you know, with toddlers you can't take a nap because There's no telling what they'll do. I am currently playing Dragoon and Reaper. How's it going, Crafty? I saw you come on earlier, but then you kind of left. But, so basically what I'm doing today, after DCing yesterday, again, I've decided I'm going to alternate files throughout the climb. So I'm playing Dragoon and Reaper today. So every 10 or so floors, I will switch. I just went on my Reaper, made it to floor 10. I will go to floor 20 on the Lancer now. And then once I hit 20, I'll switch back to the Reaper until 30. And keep doing that. It's something I've never tried before, but I'm so tired of DCing and starting back at floor 1, so let's just get it out of the way double time. I was in the middle of fighting something yesterday, and it went bad. Did you see my shout out earlier, Crafty, or no? It's different. And it gives people a chance to see both in here. They won't get to see my HUD because I keep that limited or off. But they don't need to see that. They'll see the spell I'm using on the screen if they're paying attention. It says Vorpal Thrust. Oh, it's there. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay. I was like, oh no, did I make her mad? Nah, I'm pretty sure I didn't make her mad. How's your streaming been? How's that been going? I haven't seen you on in a couple days unless I've been sleeping through it. Be right back. I gotta hand something to the baby before she gets into massive destruction. Hopefully I live, but I'll be right back. I literally spent 3 hours cleaning my room thinking it's baby-proof. And what does she do? She somehow finds stuff that's not baby-proof. Like, how do you do that? Oh, okay. By the way, Crafty, happy holidays for you. For tomorrow. Be safe. I will be out doing Uber and Lyft tomorrow night, so hopefully I don't die. I know there's no baby proof, and I clean up my house. I literally clean my house, and she messes it up like not even 30 minutes later. It looks like I never even bothered. They are! And just because she's autistic does not make her stupid. I do like the way the Lancer throws their lance. That is pretty cool. I think the only thing on the same level as throwing things, it might be the chakras from the dancer. Oh no, I take that back. The chakra from the viper, I like the dancer throwing things, but yeah, the viper has pretty cool stuff. It's just hard to sometimes communicate with her since she's nonverbal. It makes it really hard. Because, you know, I know she wants to tell us things, but she's, you know, we're still waiting to get her into speech, and hopefully they can help us with that. Apparently, the hospital that assigned us a speech therapist, we thought, oh, goody. Apparently, that person quit and they never took her out of the system and nobody notified us. So we've been waiting and waiting and waiting. Nothing. We finally called the hospital yesterday about it. They're like, well, this person isn't in the system. Oh, we're going to have to re-refer you. Excuse me. You guys need to get your heads out of your rear ends and start dealing with this because I am fed up. She's been on waiting list for forever for speech and something just keeps happening. I have to go to the news media about it, let them deal with it. No, autistic people are very smart. You're not wrong about that. People just don't understand them sometimes, and they need to. If you have any other questions, go ahead and ask me, Slackjaw, because, you know, it's hard for me to, like, I'm not like some of the others, like, I'm not very good at, like, okay, this is what you do, this is how you do it. I'll answer the question, but I'm not one of those how-to people. I'm not very good at that. I'd be scattered all over the place. I tried doing those, and I sound like a freaking monotone Ferris Bueller professor, like, Bueller. I don't know. Monotone seems to be the answer here. Nah. Oh yeah, to them it's a number. You know, maybe I need to do that with the people wanting my vote for the next election. You want my vote? Help my daughter get into the medical system. Help me do that. And then you'll have my attention. If not, leave me alone. I hate people. I normally don't talk politics, and I don't want to go further than that. But it's like, yeah, you want my little check mark? Yeah, help my daughter. Oh yeah. So today I'm doing a dual climb, one on my Reaper, one on my Dragoon, so they're doing it side by side. See how high I can get on both. So every set I switch out, so I just did the Reaper to floor 10, so this one will go to floor 20, and then I'll switch back to the Reaper, go to floor 30. That's what I'm doing today. Because I'm psychotic. But yes, Dragoon is fun. In a weird way. Plus, I want to showcase the classes a little more, you know, like, that's why I haven't switched yet. No matter how hard this is going to be, I'm going to clear on the Reaper and the Dragoon first. I was about to say, don't you tell me I'm DCing again. Oh my god. Hello, Kelsey. How's it going? Oh, we got a bee problem. Bee problem! Call pest control. Oh, no, wait. We're calling the Lancer. We'll take care of that. Floor tank will handle it. Why are we called that anyway? Somebody please explain that to me. I just know we're called that. I don't know why, though. Watched the stream hit, and I was like, oh no, what do you mean? Oh, yeah, I get that a lot. And that's why I'm dual climbing today. I am so sick of getting to like 50, 80, 100 DC. And then I gotta start over at floor 1 anyway. So, you know what? I'll climb on both. Turning my HUD off. There we go. I got the timing down on that sustaining potion. 15 seconds, or is it 20? Either way, I know when to push it. There he goes. Alright, we'll go to floor 20 and then switch out to the Reaper after I get there. Floor tank is a meme to describe the Dragoon because often players just die in encounters because of issues with the class itself, generally in the earlier versions of the game. Yeah, I get that because, yeah, I've seen that. They're very squishy. Like, I tried to pull just 3 things, not, 3 things. No, my floor tank can't handle that. I'm like, no. It's called floor tank because you take damage and then nap on the floor. Yeah. I did see, who did I see that clip from? I don't know if it was Benji or Phenol H, but there was one, no, maybe it wasn't him. But it was a Stydian, I guess, that had the tank buster thing on his head, and then Thancred's just looking at him, or somebody's looking at him, and the tank is just kisses, blows a kiss, and then Stydian just takes the die. Poor guy. I don't remember who I saw that from. Wow, that's a long time. I haven't been playing that long. I had the game, but my son was playing it back then. I gave him the account. He quit. And I totally regret not playing it back then. Because everybody's like, oh, you wouldn't enjoy it. Well, you know what? I like to make that decision for myself. You've been playing a long time, man. Now I've been a Bard's main for years, even when they destroyed Bard for a year. Bard, I like, yeah. A lot of people are under the misconception that it's just nothing but songs, but it's really not. It's kind of a combination of hunter versus musician, I guess. But it is not only songs. Oh, did they kind of do a World of Warcrafty thing then? I used to play World of Warcraft Survival Hunter, and then they made it whatever it is they made it into. It's disgusting. Miss Moon, watching you play Lancer brings a heavy nostalgia. Not only is it nice to see 14 again, but also I make irresponsible monetary decisions and get a sub one of these paychecks. You know, it's okay. YouTube doesn't pay for subs. You can just sub to people on YouTube and it's fine. You don't have to pay anything for that. It's Twitch that you sub to. I'm not even monetized on YouTube yet. I need more people and more watch time. But it's getting there. I like Bard. Then again, I've played almost every combat class there is in here. Still haven't got a title, but I've at least tried most of them. Sage I have not done in here yet, and Red Mage just makes me cringe. I still need to do it because it's part of the challenge, because I have to clear every freaking deep dungeon on every combat class, because that's the challenge I made for myself. And Red Mage is definitely not on the top of my list. Okay. I do appreciate it, but if you can't, you can't. I'd rather you take care of yourself first. I did my good deed today. Woman got stranded at Walmart, and I was doing Lyft and stuff, but I just gave her a ride home. She's like, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yep. It's Thanksgiving. I ain't gonna abandon you at Walmart. Let's go." I was only getting $5 rides today anyway, so I was like, you know what? She was having a really bad day. She gets to Walmart, they don't have the tap to pay. I don't know what's going on with that, but apparently they didn't have tap to pay, so she had to go home and get her credit card or something like that. So I took her home, and then I took her back to Walmart, and she tried to do a three-way, which Lyft won't do. So she was going to have to spend another $10 to $20 on a Lyft. I said, you know what? I'll just turn the Lyft off, go shopping, and I'll take him home. She's like, really? I'm like, yep. She was not expecting me to still be there, because the normal thing is, Lyft drivers say it all the time. We'll stick around. No, they don't. When I tell somebody something, I do it. It may take me a while, but I'll do it. But by the time she got back to Walmart, they said they'd hold on to her groceries for at least 30 minutes so she can pay for them. They put it all up the minute she left. So she had to go back and reshop for everything. She was literally in tears. Gotta love Walmart. Not really. You know what? If I thought you were being serious about that, I would go, so what therapist do you want me to schedule you for? You know what? I like that I clean my rooms. She can't mess things up yet. Why are my pillows on the floor, girl? You put them back. It's like now. You know, I used to work at Walmart too back in the 90s. Then I joined the army. Best decision I ever made. Oh my gosh, you poor soul. I don't even know how to describe my respect to you for that. The fact that you're cleaning up after people's stinky heinies, you know, ew, oh. And you know what's worse? You'd think that the women's bathroom would be cleaner. It's not, from what I've been told. It's worse. They make good floor cushions? Yes, they do. I totally agree, Crafty. Yeah, this way. Yeah, I've been trying to stream a little bit every day, hoping to catch you, and I'm like, I haven't seen Crafty. I chased her off. I am on Dynamis with this one. Halicarnassus. When I do roulettes, I usually go over to Primal or something weird like that. Every now and then I go to Crystal, but mostly Primal. I tend to like Dynamis because I do a lot of skits and stuff, and the experience booster on the Dynamis servers make it easier. I've been trying to make a Final Fantasy XIV parody, and it has not been easy. Because I started out with narration only, and then I'm switching over to skit type stuff. So it is definitely a process, because I want to use in-game sources versus AI. I don't like Sora. I absolutely freaking despise it. Well, there's not a lot of... I was on the Shadow server over there, but then they got rid of the Shadow server over there. I'm like, what? My character! You deleted my character! Oh well, I could have transferred it, but I wasn't going to spend the money for it. Well, thank you for the follow. I'll definitely get you at the end of the stream. But yeah, thank you for the follow. I've been making some Final Fantasy XIV music lately, too. That's online too. Why do they throw that on the walls? I don't understand people. No, I get you. I honestly, I don't know how you guys do that job. I'd be quitting within the first like 20 minutes. And I'm probably giving me too much credit there. Well, you're also new to streaming, Crafty. It's best to kind of just get into it. You don't have to splurge on it. You can even do it once or twice a week and then do other stuff. I don't stream all day like I was. There's other things I'm working on right now, so I don't want to dedicate that kind of time anymore. But you're fine, Slackjaw, with the tangent. As long as we don't go into religion, politics, or... There was one other. There's another one in there somewhere. But yeah, as long as we don't go into those topics, we're fine. For those that want to do that, there are channels specifically for that. I tried to keep mine gaming friendly. About to pull down pants in, making the act of like sitting down. Poor person. I bet you the stupid horror stories. Do janitors at Walmart get PTSD? I'd like to think that they do. They're terrified of bathrooms. Yeah. and then I'll have conversations in my lift car about it, but only if I'm in agreement with them. If I'm not, I'm usually just going, shaking my head, and thinking in my head, please get out of my car soon. Oh yeah, I love Moon. It comes from the days of being a, watching Sailor Moon back in the 90s. It's when I first had my first kid, and Sailor Moon was like one of the first animes to come out that I watched. I know there was stuff like Full Metal, whatever, and Akira, but I think Sailor Moon was the one I latched onto. And then Dragon Ball, while it was still good. But back in the 90s, there really wasn't a whole lot of anime that was available without it being seriously dubbed. Because the first version of Sailor Moon, I didn't know about fan fiction. I didn't know about comic books, really. I didn't know about manga. I had no idea that the original Sailor Moon deviated so badly from the manga that when I found out, I was so livid that I stopped watching Sailor Moon. Now they've remade it. It's called Sailor Moon Crystal, and it follows closer to the manga than the original did, and people got mad about it. I'm like, no, you don't make an anime and deviate that much from what the creator wrote. That's an insult to the creator. Now, if you say it's an abridged parody, I will understand that, because I'm going, okay, you want to make it silly or whatever. But don't tell me this is Sailor Moon and it doesn't even follow the freaking manga, because what they did to Darien, no, I don't think so. And she was way more serious in the manga, Sailor Moon. She was a crybaby at first, but she really, like, got serious. Like, the further along you get in the manga, the more depressed she got. I mean, it sucks for her. Because, like, in the manga, she did not rely on Darien that much. In fact, like, towards the end of the first season, she's like, I'll save you. Just stay here. It's like she already knew who he was. Like, by then. There was no shocker there. And when he got possessed by Queen Meryl, oh my god, you talk about, he was vicious. But, like, in the manga, he didn't break up with her. So, he was told to, but he didn't. Alright. You're welcome. So nice to be a woman. Like, a legit woman. I'm definitely not AI. I just do not put my face up because of the kids. Oh, and thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. What was I doing? Oh, yes. Intuition. Okay. But somebody wanted me to do a game reveal, and I couldn't do that because of her. I don't need her on camera. Nope, I ain't having it. Manga's really good. Another manga I read, and it's the Korean version, Solo Leveling. I've read through that thing twice, and I still don't remember everything. But my husband's like, hey, did you know? It's like, dear, I've read the whole 200 chapter manga. Of course I already know. I'm like, dear. I don't think I'm paying for it. But for the chat service that I'm using, that's incorporating TikTok and YouTube and Twitch, I'm using Caster Labs. If you're not doing TikTok streaming, you don't have to worry about Caster Labs. But Streamlabs won't do TikTok to where I can see it with everybody, so I have to use Streamlabs. Or Caster Labs, I'm sorry. Ribby! Ribby! Let's go. I don't, yeah, no. Kids don't need to be on camera. Like, even when my daughter was playing World of Warcraft with us, she started at 5. But we monitor everything she did. Like, she was in the same room with us. She was in the same guild as us. And we had to be able to read her chat at any time. And back then, the communities were a lot better, and everybody in the guild, in the World of Warcraft community, taught her how to type. They fixed her grammar. They were very patient with her. They wouldn't have been now, but... Oh my god, if she knows I'm about to tell this story. So back in the day, because I just recently saw somebody's TikTok video about somebody running through a Final Fantasy dungeon, and they're screaming and crying because the tank just died and the healer just pulled everything. And it reminded me of her, because back in World of Warcraft, when we took her into a dungeon with us, there was no telling what she was going to do. I mean, she's like 8 years old at the time. And we're doing, I think it was the Wrath dungeons, because it just come out, that expansion. We were going through one of the, I think it was the first or second dungeon. She literally runs ahead like she always does. And next thing you know, she's coming back screaming, "Help me!" And the tank, the healer, and the other DPS were looking, "What do you mean, help you?" And oh my god, the horde of monsters come chasing after her. It's like, oh god! Oh, there's a mimic here? I just realized that. Where did the mimic come from? Oh yeah, I had an alteration on the last floor. Oh crap. You know, World of Warcraft used to be fun. I'll admit, it used to be fun. But my first, like, I started getting into raiding during, not Burning Crusade, but Cataclysm. I started to get into it then. And it wasn't bad back then. I wasn't doing any, like, mythic raiding or hardcore raiding, but semi-hardcore. Back when I had to actually go into raids and learn it, and you got kicked out based on your server, not this cross-realm server. And if you earned a bad reputation for yourself, trust me, everybody found out about it. Because people told everybody in chat. But it was during a time when community and loyalty towards guilds was a thing. And then, you know, you get involved in mythic raiding, the personalities changed. Totally, completely different ballgame. And then everybody started worrying about parsing and this, and you're not doing good enough, and why aren't you doing as much DPS as the best DPS in the game? I'm like, dudes, just chill. Did the boss die? And instead of worrying about DPS, why don't you worry about the guys not following mechanics or even bother to learn the fight in the first place? You know, and that's why I like Final Fantasy XIV. Nobody hand feeds us the freaking boss fights. We learn it on our own. They don't say anything until we die, and then they'll say something. But they're not going to hold your hands here in this game. What I love about it. Oh, that's why I'm not doing it. I mean, I'll do the main scenario stuff. Like, if there's a raid and there's a quest, I'll do it. Yes, baby, after this, I'll get you your baba. Oh, I just did that. What was that? Am I TC? I better not be. What? Eh! Oh, Lord, Ashlyn, seriously. Yeah, she definitely does not have the best timing. If I can find a little hole in a wall somewhere, I'd go hide in it. You know, I'll have to admit, Final Fantasy XIV has some of the best game telling. And there is so much content that I can do so much with right now. I do believe that some of the content creators are right, that you don't need AI to generate your own stuff. Just use the stuff that's already here. I think my baby is tired. She is in such a cranky mood. If I find a little cubby hole, I'm gonna go get her another thing of chocolate. She's in a really bad mood. I think she needs a man. Oh, the pats are for real today. And early on, I do explore, well, I always explore chests are a big thing here because of these, the pomanders. You'll see them lighting up on my screen, but those are a big deal in this whole climb thing. But early on, you want to spend the time leveling, because if not, the bosses become too difficult to deal with every 10 floors. Palace of the Dead, you only hit level 60. Like, you always start out at level 1 or whatever the level requirement is for that deep dungeon. For Palace of the Dead, it's 1 to 60. The gear set I have on, it comes from Palace of the Dead. And I've got, like, a good portion of these red weapons. They come from here, too. The boss on level 20 or 420 is level 35. Hey gameplay, how's it going? I wish I could do shout outs on YouTube, but I can't. I don't think it lets me. If anybody knows if you can, let me know. If not, well, yeah. For those that are just joining, just to give you all an update, I'm doing something a little weird today. Something different. I am climbing at the same time on 2 different classes. My Dragoon / Reaper, that's why the title is the way it is today. I'm tired of DCing and then starting all the way back at the bottom, so they're both climbing at the same time. So after I get done with 420, I'm switching over to my Reaper, she'll go to 30, and then I'll switch back over to her. And that way, if one of them dies, or DCs, I just keep going with the other. If you weren't achievement hunting, what would these dungeons offer you, by the way? Lots of gear. Lots of, how do I put this? I get a lot of cards. I get a lot of minions. I get stuff out of these sacks. I get stuff for the housing department. Lots of potions. Let me move that so y'all can see past the... Trying to get it in both screens. There we go. I get a lot of this. Yeah. My bags are full. But I get stuff. And, you know... Oh, yeah, there is something, but I can't show it to you. So, you know the tomes of telemetry and mathematics and stuff like that? If you've got a max character, you get that. If you got something over level 50 in this one, you get the poems of poetics. But if you got a max character in here, you get it all. Yep, a Final Fantasy XIV stream. Yep, how's it going? I already turned into a frog like twice. I'll probably turn into one again. Don't worry. You missed it. How's it going? I did turn into a frog like twice already. They're the stuff that you use to get gear with. They're usually for max level content. Like, so if you're in a Realm Reborn and you're already past the main scenario quest, there's a vendor usually next to your main city Ethernets that sells the gear you need. But the poetic stuff is what you need to buy that gear. I can show you after I'm done with the boss, because I can't show it while I'm in here. It won't let me. I don't think. Yeah, it does. These, right here. Allegone Tomestones of Poetics, Elementary, and Mathematics. I'm max level, so I can get all 3. But if you're not max level and you're at least over 50, you can start collecting these. Whether or not you're in main scenario or post, you can start collecting these and just have them. But you use those to buy stuff. You go buy gear with that. It's usually next to the vendor. I can show you after this set, because I'm going to be switching to Reaper anyway. I can show you. Give me a minute and I'll do that. They have one of the people that I'm going to show you in every main city. I'll just show you which one they look like. If you're max character, if you're max level, like level 100, you're going to have to go to Solution 9. Yeah, give me a second. Well, it'll be more than a second. I have to kill the boss first. I can't just leave. Only if you got that unlocked. I use Palace of Death all the time to level up my characters, and I ain't even halfway through the main scenario yet. You unlock this at right after Copperbell Mines. You get the quest for it. And you can stay in here all day long and level. Yeah, I can show you where to get the gear. But that's only if you got the main scenario done with the Realm Reborn. And it's like that with all the expansions. So once you get to Heavensward, you have to get the main scenario done first. And then it unlocks the Poetic Vendor for that area. In a Realm Reborn, I can show you where they are. For Heavensward, it's over there in Ishgard, but you won't see it until you complete main scenario. I have not got that one yet. Oh dear. I have not got the Night Pegasus yet. I've been wanting that one so bad. I got most of the gear out of here though. The Regalia set. By the way, if you try to do a Google search on Regalia, you ain't gonna find it very well. Oh, so you haven't seen that yet. I'm not saying nothing then, because I don't want to spoil that for you. That is a major cutscene. Please make sure there's nobody to interrupt you for that. Make sure you go to the bathroom first. Please go to Walmart and buy a whole series of Kleenex, because you're going to need it from here on out. You will want a Sam's Club membership for the, like, bulk orders of Kleenex you're gonna need. But this is also why I do a lot of deep dungeon content, because I don't want to drive people away because I'm in content nobody can watch. You know how frustrating it is to stream Dawn Trail and everybody's like, hi, how you doing? I gotta leave now because it's spoiler. So I might, But I'll go watch people doing a Realm Reborn, Heaven's Storm, but I'll go watch other people now. None of it's spoiler for me. Yeah, a lot of people do, though, unfortunately. So I tried to respect that for everybody in general, so... My husband, though, he's like, why are you fixated on La Habrea? I said, because I am. It's like, when you learn his backstory, I was fixated on him. Everybody can keep him itself. I don't care. Keep him itself. And if you don't know who that is, that's okay. You'll learn who he is. But I am not an M-Self person. I mean, I guess he's okay, but no, not me. You give me Elidibus, and you give me La Habrea. Everybody else should keep. I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure what that means, Joe, but okay. Oh, I think she went to sleep. Oh, boss time. Yay! Why did I not... You know what? I did not pick up a single steal that entire run. Oh, yeah. Do I have a lust? I do. Okay, my HUD's off. Don't worry about that. If you're that worried and want to learn a dungeon, just go into the NPC version of it first. That way, you can learn it at your own pace, and then you can go faster if you want to in the main. Oh, he died fast. Oh, I know what you're mentioning. Oh, okay. So somebody, since I'm switching to Reaper anyway, so Limsa or New Gridania, since I'm near Gridania. You go to Gridania, I'll show you at least where the Realm Reborn vendor is. Because the gear you can get with Poetics for the max level 50 is really good. Let me see if I can remember where this person's at. This person, Rowena's representative, is always the person you're looking for. Oh, I did not mean to cough in everybody's ear. I'm sorry. You can go to category. Drop that down. You can pick like tank, melee, DPS. It tells you what type, healer, magical range. You also got the purple scripts. This is the stuff that you do with the collector stuff, and you can turn in the stuff that comes with that. That's where you get these scripts and stuff. But these red ones, yeah. If you can, always go for the max one. So, but like, you can literally go down. So like, I'm melee Dragoon Reapers. So I can literally go down and use all this. And it's cross-reference between the Dragoon and the Reaper. And when you buy the rings, make sure you buy 2 of them. You don't have to worry about the earrings if you're using the Endwalker version. The one that you got if you bought the pregame, if you got that earring. But this is 130, so it'll take you through a good chunk of Heavensward for a while. Until you're like at least like 55, 56. I didn't have an issue until then. Yeah, it's really good. I'll tell you what's even better. Hold on. I have to go to my end to show you guys. The Regalia set from Palace of the Dead. It's really good. The weapon you get from Palace of the Dead is really good. I have to show you the Palace of the Dead weapon because the one that I got on my back right now is the red weapon. You got the Pajal weapon and you got the red one. But they're very easy to farm now. Used to be really hard, but now they're easy. So big. Let me reduce this so you guys can see it on the portrait version. I don't want that. Alright. Let's go. Dragoon. Alright, so the weapon. This is item level 255. It's hiding behind my my camera, but this is item level 255, and it's level 60. I believe the Pajal weapon is like a little lower than that, but yeah, best weapon for A Realm Reborn and Heavensward is this red one. It's item level 255. Now I'm switching to Reaper. I think the baby went to sleep. I spent a lot of time in Palace of Dead to get that, and I'm still farming them. Every time I get to 99 and I die, I reset it, and then I get it. The person that you get, so in order to buy this, you have to have Ether. Yeah, if it'll show here. So here on my screen, it shows Ether Pool Arms 65 and 79. The Ether is what you use to buy the relic weapons. You come to this person, Iuna Kotor, and you do the Forge and Ether grip, and you turn in your Ether. It's 10 every time, so it takes it both from the arm and the armor, and you need a total of 9 to get the weapon. You go to request to keep your Ether Pool, and it comes into this screen right here. Let me reduce it so the people watching portrait can see it. Go a little smaller. I'm trying to be considerate of the people watching on their phones. But you get this big old list of stuff, and you can dumb it down to, like, you go to show all, and you can just do whatever. So I got the whole tank set already, but like white mage, you have to get the green one first. It's the white one, and then you take that one plus 6 more ether grit pulls. That's why you need a total of 90 ether arms and armor both to get this one. But it's very easy to farm now, and you get the red weapon. So, just come here. This one, for the Horde chest, you come over to Expedition Bishop, and you just turn in your chest here. I always get a ton of these. And this is where I just sell all my stuff. I sell all this stuff now. I don't really need it, but you get housing stuff, you get pets, you get junk. And you also get the gear that I'm wearing right now. And I'll showcase this. Give me a sec, buddy. But that is the Palace of the Dead gear set. The only thing I don't have is the pants. So, that is the Palace of the Dead set. Let me put on her mask. She has a mask. That's the Dragoon Reaper mask. And I've only got the white version of the Reaper weapon right now, but that's the white version of the Reaper weapon. For Palace of the Dead. Very white. I like it. Let me go to the bathroom real quick and I'll be right back, and then I'll start climbing to floor 30. Alright, I'm back. She finally took a nap. Thank God. So finally made it to 20, so now we're going to 30 on the Reaper, and then we'll switch out after that. So 11 through 12 now. I'm double punishing myself today. Now we're on the Reaper. Well, I guess I'll be happy. Oh, so if you do buy the red version, that's the red version. Because my ether's over 60, it automatically turns red, but... it's basically a transmog, and I love the color. Yeah, I do believe, yeah, it is definitely cool again. Just catching up on chat real quick. Yeah. The Reaper early on is definitely a lot quicker than the Lancer, but it's okay. The Dragoon makes up for it later. Oh yeah, I'm silenced. I'm like, what? The buttons ain't working. Light just means less monsters on the next floor. If you guys got questions, feel free to ask. I don't mind answering. I may not be as smart or as knowledgeable as like Finn H or Angelus, but I try. Affluence means more chest on the next floor. The only downside to melee DPS, melee physical DPS, the up-close melee, is after you get to gold chests, you can't stun them anymore. You either witch them or you deal with the debuff. But you can stun them early on with a kick, but after they turn gold, you can't do that no more. That's why things with the interject and head graze, oh my god, those things are awesome. So physical range DPS can interrupt, and the tanks. But if you're a caster type like mage, red mage, summoner, or melee DPS, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, well, you're definitely climbing faster on the Reaper. Like, just hands down, Reaper's faster. I need to start making a notes page to comment on all this because, you know, I have my own idea which is more preferable which over another, but I haven't even cleared yet, so I can't even give a full evaluation yet. I will give a disclaimer, a Palace of the Dead tank is a nightmare for healers to deal with. Because we don't stay still. Especially the ones that do this solo. We're constantly moving, we're constantly using our abilities, mitigations, our own heals. We don't stick around. And my daughter says, you're a nightmare to heal. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. Because in, you know, places like deep dungeons, as a tank, you stay moving. So she's like, I don't want to heal you anymore. Sorry. The blue chests give you the ether that you're looking for, the 65 to 79, but if it's past 60 on the lower levels, the likelihood of that going up is very slim. It doesn't start going up again seriously until after 450. But with the changes they made with Palace of the Dead, getting to 99/99 before floor 100 is very doable. It's happened every time ever since they made the new new changes. Had no issue. Thank you for the rosies. I like it. And thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I will follow you back at the end of the stream. Don't worry, I do that for everybody. Kind of a courtesy thing. Oh well, second win. That's why I always save it. I can be a little more reckless with the Reaper. Always take care of slimes first. That is a one-shot mechanic. I don't care what people tell you, you will kill an entire group that doesn't die. I've tested that theory out. You can have sustaining potion up, you can have a medication up, it don't matter. You will be one shot if that thing is still up in 30 seconds. Now, witching works. Okay. And it's always interesting to see how the pomanders are going to play out and how the enemies are going to play out each climb, because it's always different. It's like Diablo 3. The dungeons change. Different monsters, different rewards, different placements, different map setups. It's never the same. safety means no more traps on the floor. Don't have to worry about explosion traps, frog traps. Safety takes care of all of that on the floor. I do not get this crazy on my Dragoon. I have learned she cannot handle it. Yeah, that still wasn't enough to kill everything. Yeah, we are definitely climbing very fast. I might have to look for some luring traps. That is not a luring trap, that's a froggy trap. Physics broken. This chest is, oh, it's kind of on a platform. I was about to say, it's hovering in the air. Nope, I have no idea what, it's either enfeeblement or the silent one, but either way, don't want that one. Frog trap. Wait, I have no witching. What? Ah! Where are all my witchings? You. That is a luring trap. I'm trying to level up more. These floors have been really small. Slower. That one's an explosion trap. That one's the enfeeblement. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Oh, the baby's got the right idea. She's sleeping. Lincoln, how's it going? Yep, a little sleepy. Baby finally took a nap, and I'm like, ugh. I'm doing a dual climb of this place with the Reaper and the Dragoon, like see who can live the longest kind of thing. Yesterday I DC'd during the middle of the run. I was so frustrated with it, so I'm like climbing at the same time. Like I got the first 10 floors done and got 20 done on the Dragoon, so now I'll climb to 30 on this one. Yep, Dragoon and Reaper chase. Let's see which one gets to the top first. Or will they both die and I hold a double funeral and try again? You know, I kind of let it slip this season. They have minions up for grabs too. I'm like, Eh. Man, these floors have been short. Last time. So I'm curious, because I've been watching some of your shorts. What exactly are you doing with the magic type cards? Are you telling a story with that, or what are you doing with that? I'm just curious. I think it's your videos I've been seeing that on. Oh, I thought they were magic cards. Maybe it's not you. Maybe I'm getting you confused with somebody else. Somebody on one of their TikTok shorts, because I see their, and I thought it was you, but they have like magic cards and they're describing them or telling a story. I'm not sure. Oh, okay. They look like magic cards to me. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry. He dies so fast with the lust, it's not even funny. That's why it always sucks not to have a lust. That fight, it sucks. Now we're going to 30. The 20 set is clear. She's been there both times. That poor Cassie. Like, how long's she been waiting there? And this is the floor set that if you're not leveled accordingly, it'll be a little rough unless you use a lot of sustaining potions. It can be a little rough. No, spring it. That sucks. And we got a treasure in here. Just kick him. Goal for this set is to hit at least level 50. Minimum. Boss is like 48, but it hits like a freaking truck. You don't do that much damage. It's fine. Ticky. Take him to the hallway. I am hungry. It's always nice to have if I didn't have that going on. Off the chest. lot of paths. Radman, how's it going? Hope you're doing good. I'm sleepy. Oh, dear Lord. I'm still doing it. Today I'm doing a side-by-side. I DC'd yesterday. I died the day before, so what I'm doing today is a side-by-side run. So every 10 to 20 floors I switch out. So I just finished the floor 10 through 20 set. I'm about to finish the 30 set on this thing, a Reaper, and so I'll switch back over to the Dragoon and go up to 40 with it. But yeah, I keep dying, so I'm running it on 2 files at the same time. Oh, I'm pretty level 100 on my Dragoon. Are you talking about getting to floor 200? My Reaper and my Dragoon are both level 100. The only DPS I have left that's not 100 is my Samurai. It's 95. Oh, I hit floor 100 on it yesterday, or the day before. I can't remember. But I died on, I think, like, floor 112. But I did make it to floor 100. It was 2 days ago. I'm climbing again. I'm on everything, Radman. You know that. Oh yeah, I'm just climbing again. Because the floor I need to hit is 200, but yeah, I've already hit floor 100. I made it to floor 111 and I died. The thing about the Dragoon is you have to keep pretty much a steel up and a constant sustaining potions because they're just squishy. They don't really have a lot of defense. Probably the biggest complaint I have about it. It gets some decent DPS towards the end, like towards once you get closer to 60, but like it's just not there. The Reaper I'm noticing like right now is like it just hits faster and harder, even with single target. Dragoon has to work for it a little more. I'm not saying I hate it or anything, that's just the notice. I'm just noticing the differences already. And plus Dragoon and Reaper share the same gear sets anyway. I don't know why you're not getting the notification. I'll have to check and make sure it's not on my end. I don't know why you wouldn't be getting the notification. What about YouTube? Does it not tell you when I'm streaming on YouTube? It should give you notification there. If I'm on one, I'm usually on all three. You just had to turn right, you big old cow. Yeah, and when I got to floor 100 on their Dragoon, oh god, I went through every resolution. I went through, I think all three of my lusts, too. I went through all three of them. Hey Redman, did I tell you I had a new song up on TikTok? It's so nice to put my own music up and not have it copyrighted. It says original. I love it. Yep, I got a new one up. Yeah. I don't know if the song's any good, but I like it. No, you know I can't sing. My voice is destroyed. The lyrics are mine. You can thank the army for destroying my lungs. All the stupid places they deploy us to have destroyed my lungs. I told you that. All that coughing you hear me do all the time is because of what the army did. nice to get my lungs back, though. I used to sing in college and church and all that other stuff. I used to be really good. Got scholarships to sing in symphonic choirs all the time. I just can't sing like that anymore. Makes me mad, too. I thought so. I don't think they would have given me scholarships if I wasn't good, but...
Extra banana, boop, boop, boop. Extra banana, boop, boop, boop. Extra banana, boop, 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 boop. Banana, banana.
It's more like a helmet. Anything too serious and I'll start coughing really bad. Oh, I'm still coughing. You guys just haven't been hearing it. I try not to do that on mic. It's loud. It did for a little bit, and then it came back. Froggy! Not at the moment. Unfortunately, my oldest daughter's got the same cough, and she's pretty miserable. She's like, thanks, Mom, for letting me inherit this. I'm like, I'm sorry. She's like, does my brother have it? I'm like, no. She's like, I don't like it right now. She doesn't mean it, but, you know, she's jealous because he doesn't have the cough. He takes after his daddy. Well, she's been to the doctor about it, so she'll be alright. whichever one you want to do. Okay, that was a little risky. Oh, like to eat? Banana. I don't really like mangoes. Oh, you too. Do you guys celebrate that? Radman in Australia? Oh no. Oh no! I hit that explosion trap. Well, bye-bye, Reaper. Guess I'm going back to the Dragoon. Did it! No, we don't, but I want to start. Oh, okay. That sucks. Dragoon. Ouch. Yeah, I still play it a lot. But I guess the Reaper's out of the race. Guess Dragoon it is. Right here. Oops. That one. Back in. It was that explosion trap. It went boom boom. That climb was actually not that good. The pomanders were total garbage. Like, one steal, like, every 10 floors. I'm getting used to the Dragoon. It's definitely different. I just don't like how late we get AoE abilities. It's just... It's got a lot of burst, but like some classes, it just doesn't have a lot of defense. And they changed the Black Mage recently. From what I hear, it's actually pretty good in deep dungeons now. Aw, man, that sucks. Is there no way to recover that? Oh, nice. I don't do raiding unless it's part of the main scenario. I'm just I dedicate that kind of time, and I'm not really interested in raiding anyway. I'm more of a deep dungeon type of person, so... I do like watching people on their streams, though. Just to see their reactions to the story. I don't really watch raiders that much. I really don't. It's just meh. not your fault. That I wouldn't take any shopping orders right now. That's why I won't do shopping orders, because I don't want my rating being affected because they don't have the fucking products. That is not on the Walmart person that's going out of their way to shop for them. And I'm not going to put up with that Ooh, sorry. I'm talking to my husband on my phone. I thought I was muted. My bad. Anyway. He's telling me everybody's getting mad from the Walmart Spark side of the app because the stuff is sold out at like the stores, and I'm like, that's not our fault. And then they give the shoppers that's doing their grocery shopping bad ratings because they don't have the stuff they want. I'm like, oh, why are you shopping the last day before a holiday? Like, come on. That sucks. Well, you probably would want to. Do you think you would have to start over because you forgot how to play, or do you think you can pick it right back up? I love the Lancer's ability to just throw a spear and we're good to go. Still don't have my dragon dive yet. Have a steal. I noticed that. That sucks. something to eat. I'm not know what I want. That's not the thing I think about. I was like, I'll eat whatever. Army. We eat whatever. uh. Seen an NPC in a while. One of those like in-game NPCs that come to Palace of the Dead. Another monster room. Yay! Let's kill the Arglodons, although called wyverns, but Arglodons! Or Spike! Land before time. Let's kill Spike. That is a trap. booby trap. Oh wow, that's my first steal in like, I don't know how many floors. I guess that Dragoon does hit like a truck. It does hit pretty hard. If you guys got any tips and tricks on it, just let me know. I think I've got it figured out though. That explosion trap would go off if I did that whole jump. Like right there. I don't know if I should try it. toddler goes to sleep. She sleeps really good. Hopefully I'll be alright. Cross my fingers. I can't hold it no more. Try to always find a corner to hide in. But that doesn't always work. Yeah, I turn on backslash and that guy just walks on by, man. 28. Coming up. get the first steel action for a long time. I've had just the one for so long. I didn't even use a steel on the second boss. Not on this character. Or class. He isn't gonna hit me, man. Sleep on the job. chance I lost both of them. Damn it! Oh, well. Well, there went the Reaper and there went the Dragoon. Same level. That should have told me something right there. Alright. Oh. Right on the boss, too. Alright, I'm calling it for now. Pick break. That sucks. I'll just climb back up on both the Reaper and the Dragoon and continue, so...